Hello there, everyone. The Andrada here, and welcome back to episode 2 of our All the Mods 9 to the Sky Let's Play series, where today we've got a lot of things that we're trying to crank through, trying to get ourselves into our getting started quest finish, all that good stuff. So let's get started. All right, so today we have a lot of things that we are planning on working on here. A couple things that I did in between episodes that we're going to show off here. But yeah, we got a lot that we want to crank through. Our goal is to try and get through these getting started quests and get all the way through up to the generator, the cobble generator, so we can automate some of this stuff. So that's my goal. That's where we're at. So let's get ourselves on started. So in between episodes, I went ahead and I farmed up some of these wheat seeds, went ahead and fed some animals and everything, and I gave them, which I just now realized that pigs like carrots, not wheat. But I built these feeding troughs in here so that these guys will automatically start breeding and reproducing themselves auto-magically. Hey, sorry, buddy, gotta kill you. When you kill those guys who are glowing, they will drop those totems, which actually is pretty nice because that gives me step assist, and step assist is going to be very handy for getting over some of these things. So let's go ahead and say, okay, how do I actually use this? If I want to use step assist, I want to take it and I want to put it onto my person. Then can I, if I put these into the ability bottles, like, do I still get those effects? No. Okay, so it's in my bottle. I don't get the effect. But if I put it on me, now I get the effects of everything. Okay, I see how it works. All right. So the bottle, I guess, I don't know what the bottle is for then, other than to store the ones that you don't want to use, I guess, would make sense. So I don't know if it's necessary for us to keep it on hand, but hey, we have it, so we'll keep it there until such a time as otherwise decide to replace it. So in between episodes, I've gone ahead and done a few things. I set up some barrels here, these oak barrels. By the way, those feeding troughs are super cheap. It's just wheat with some planks. So I set up those feeding troughs. I set up some oak barrels here so that way we can start working on getting ourselves dirt. It's pretty easy to get yourself dirt in here. It's just, it is kind of expensive. But you just put crops inside of these things. Doesn't matter what it is. Leaves do count. So using your shears to get it does work. But you put any sort of crop in there until the volume is 100%, and then you wait for it to finish its progress, and then it will turn itself into dirt. Bada bing, bada boom. We've got dirt, okay? And so I've done that for a bit. I farmed up some trees, which is why you had a stray sapling over there. Farmed up trees, got some saplings and all that stuff, and did the thing. So that way we can have some dirt, because we need it for today's episode. Inside of here, I set up ourselves some barrels. So we have barrels with all of our different blocks, and I went ahead and labeled them this time. I generally don't do that, but I did for y'all's sake, so you know what each one has, and probably honestly for my sake too. But we have over on this side building blocks, which is just like our cobble, andesite, all of that good stuff. Woods, gems and dusts, unsmelted metals, smelted stuff, plants, mob drops, tools for all those miscellaneous tools that we end up getting, and then miscellaneous, just miscellaneous in general. A couple things that I would like to work on in between episodes. I made myself this nice little crafting table on a stick. You take your crafting table, you put a stick on it, bada bing, bada boom, you get a crafting table on a stick, and you can have a crafting table available to you at any time. One of the quests mentions that we should go ahead and make ourselves a dank, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Dank is one of my absolute favorite mods in modded Minecraft, because it just holds buku amounts of money, has money, I wish it was money, holds buku amounts of items for you, and it can auto pick up, so it kind of it's not a magnet, but it sucks items into its inventory, and it can void out things that you don't want. So we can set it up to pick up all things, pick up filtered. We can set it to void pickup, which is what we're going to want. So here's what you want to use the dank for in this early game. When we go ahead and we do the thing, by the way, I sped my macro up. We do the thing, we end up with all of this extra junk. And to be honest, I don't need most of this stuff. I don't need andesite right now. I don't need granite. I don't need it all. Eventually we'll get it from sieving and stuff like that. So what I can do is I can take all these extra pebbles that we don't necessarily need, put them into here, and what it will do, it will, once it hits its inventory limit, which is 256 for each of these slots, it will go ahead and void them out, leaving me with just the stone in my inventory. Now, I don't want to put the stone in here because I want more than 256 of the stone. Really, I guess I could make a second dank to hold the stone pebbles, and then the stone pebbles can go into a second one, and then these could just get voided, and then we would have no issue just sitting here mining all this up, right? So turn off the macro, the Indrata. So if I do that, and then I just, do something like this, all of them end up in my inventory. And what I could even do is this. So now those slots will fill up. And I don't have to worry about all of that excess junk clogging up my inventory. Makes sense? So now I can just come through and I can compress all of this stuff. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. And now we just end up with cobblestone. And all of those extra things are just chilling in here until we get to that 256 limit. And then if I wanted to, I need the deep slate, I can take it out and I can compress it and everything and do the thing. Make sense? So dank, pretty good. On top of that, if you do put items such as cobblestone into the dank, you can actually build with it. So you can scroll through, shift to scroll wheel, and then you can actually build with the dank. So you can put a whole bunch of blocks in there. It also has the capability for you to use the middle click to select the block. So it's really, really handy for, well, pretty much everything, building and item storage and everything. And they get ridiculous in size. This can hold 1,024 per slot, 4096, 16,384, 65,536 per slot, and then 262,144 per slot here. And then max int, 2 billion some odd for each slot that it holds. On top of that, it gets way more slots too, by the way. So yeah, anyway, pretty cool. Dank, we got it. Generally, I keep my dank here, but I guess this dank is going to be used for storing those items. I'm probably going to actually make a second dank for holding all the building materials and stuff. That way I have that available to me for when I do need to build. Anyway, today's episode, we would like to work on getting ourselves going through our quests. You can see here, I bookmarked a few things just so I can make sure I talked about it. I did the feeding trough. Oak crucibles, I placed those over here. That's how you make your water. You build an oak crucible, which is super cheap. Oak logs, oak slab. Fill it up with some leaves, which is why you needed to make those flint shears. And you will get water out of it. In order to get the water, though, we do need a bucket. So I need to get myself some iron. And I don't have very much. I had to smelt up some cobblestone. Or, well, I smelted some cobblestone so that we had stone available to us. But I want to make it so, do we have, is like the wooden hopper in here? We have a wooden hopper? No? Okay. Well, I was hoping we'd have a wood hopper so I could just put items. I just don't want to waste the charcoal, but I'm going to absolutely forget to come over here and check on this iron ore. We don't have very much of it, by the way. These guys, the purpose of these chunks is to get compressed. So you actually need 4 of them to make any one ore. Now, with those ores, now here's the question. Do you only get 1 if you break this with a hammer? That's 3. And we ended up with 3. Yeah, okay. So each ore gets you 1 of these. Now you can break them down like I just did, or you can, put them through the process. Pulverizer seems to be a pretty decent way to get doubling going on, especially for some of these. The pulverizer is pretty dang good. Like that gets a 6x on the copper and it's boostable. So yeah, that's a lot of copper that we can get. I believe iron is the same way in the pulverizer. Maybe. No, because it's iron dust. Anyway, you end up with a lot of it. It's good. Bada bing, bada boom. We're happy here. Okay, so we got ourselves a nice little bucket. So we can go ahead and scoop up this water. And since we have 2, we can go ahead and make infinite water. I'll go ahead and put it like back here. Plus that gets me a little bit more dirt, which is nice because I'm working on filling in a hole that somebody created. I don't know who did that, but we ended up with a hole. But the crucibles are good. We can go ahead and do this. Bada bing, bada boom. And now we have infinite water available to us, which is great because we're going to need it for some of these barrels. We're going to need to be working on getting ourselves some witch water following this quest chain here, getting ourselves witch water and eventually working ourselves towards lava. So here's where we are at. We went through and I got the leaves. So we get a sapling, we got water, bada bing. Now we have infinite. I made ourselves our flint meshes over here. We've got ourselves some iron, gets us some scrambled eggs. Nice. Now our furnaces can be upgraded to iron furnaces, but we have to get to iron tier, or we have to get more iron because as you see, we have so much iron available to us. It's really great. Along with that, we are working our way towards this side of the quest in order to get ourselves some clay, and that's where we are working on right now. So fill a barrel with water and right-click it with some dust to get ourselves some clay. And we're going to utilize that clay to get us a porcelain furnace. The porcelain furnace is going to be how we get lava. Okay, so we'll work towards this path at the moment. So let's get ourselves some dust in our water. We're going to need a few of these, so we might as well grab a couple of them. We're also going to need some bone meal, which is lucky that we have some. So that, and then that. Bam, bam. We got some clay. I wish I had more iron for some more buckets, but it is what it is. Okay. So with the clay, we can now go ahead and work towards getting ourselves an unfired porcelain crucible. Don't know why cobblestone's bookmarked there. Wait, no, dank, come back. I was going to make another one of you. Okay. Unfired porcelain crucible is going to require us to make porcelain clay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these bad boys, which means we need 7 bone meal. We should, yep. We got bone meal. Bone meal comes from sieving, by the way. So we've got that. Now we can go ahead and make porcelain clay, except I need to break down the clay. Excuse me. How do I break you down? I would love to turn you into clay balls. My cutting board. I placed that guy over here. Cutting board with clay. You, and then I think it was an axe. It's a mattock or a paxel or a shovel. Oh, okay. We can use a shovel for it. Tools. Give me my shovel back. I love being able to repair all of our tools. It's pretty nice. It applies to any of our tools too. Like this compressed stone hammer, all I got to do is that, and then I can repair him back up. If I want to repair my axe, I just need to put planks. Now my axe is fixed. My sword, though the sword really doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I can fix all these. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and get rid of the sword, and then we can get ourselves a better sword with some sticks. Oops. Excuse me. There we go. And yay, we got a much better sword. Not really, but hey, it's better than nothing. Okay, so what were we working on again? Getting the porcelain clay. We need 7 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you, and then you, and then you get smelted up. No, you get turned into this, then you get smelted up. Yeah, there we go. Tiny coal, tiny charcoal. Tiny coal. What about tiny charcoal? Yes. Tiny coal and tiny charcoal are in the pack. If you've never used tiny coal / tiny charcoal, they are absolutely amazing because it allows you to not waste coal for, each piece of charcoal or each piece of coal can only craft 8 or smelt 8 items at a time. Utilizing the tiny version means that you can control that. So now I know I can be able to smelt 64. And if I put one thing in there, it's only going to smelt the one thing. I don't have to worry about wasting resource. Inventory cleanup is a must. We can go ahead and, so now we end up with extra charcoal, which is great. We can go ahead and throw some of this cobblestone in here, though I'm sure I'm going to be using it very soon. The dust can go away. You can go away. Mob drops, eggs go there. Plant goes there. Plant goes there. Bucket goes there. Backpack sometime soon, very, very soon, please. Yes, I think on our radar to-do list. Made a stone wand to make things easier for us. You can go there. Let's go ahead and eat you. Nope, I'm not ready to eat yet, I guess. And then pebbles can go away. Okay, Cool. So you are done. We have smelted up our porcelain crucible. And now for the porcelain crucible, we're going to utilize this to make ourselves lava. How do we make lava? Well, we just put cobble inside of this. We do need to get it hot. So we need to put it on top of some sort of heat source. A campfire is a 2x. And if we go into our quests, it'll talk to us about that. It'll tell us crucible heat sources is lava or torches. A blaze mesh is 8. Uranium block is 20. A mechanism superheating element is 60. And a dark matter block is 100. And it's 100 times. What's that superheating element from mechanisms cost? Steel. I was going to say it's honestly not too bad. And then I look at it and we got steel. Okay. So it looks like at the moment, our best option is going to be a campfire. I don't think I have any uranium at this point. That comes from uranium ore, which is uranium chunks, which is sieving crushed deep slate in a string mesh, and you get a 4% chance or a 6% if you do it in a flint. So yeah, not happening now. So I think over here we have some campfires available to us. So we can just go ahead and pop that there, and we have a 2x rate. I think that looks good. Put some lava or put some cobblestone in there. And you're going to see it's very fast. It's generating lava so quickly. You see that? Look at that. 36 millibuckets of lava. Wow. But it's going to take time, but we get it done, right? Infinite lava. Add cobblestone to a crucible, heat source underneath, and you got free lava. Connect a hopper to the crucible to pump in cobble automatically. This can get up to 4 buckets of lava in one crucible. That's good to know. So maybe it would be prudent for me to go ahead and make more of these. Maybe get ourselves 2 more of those things. So that was clay. Do I have more clay? I have enough for 1 more. The bone meal is going to be my bottleneck, isn't it? Because I only have 4 bone meal. Any other sneaky way of getting ourselves bone meal other than, bones, of course? Cutting up some meat. Other than that, sieving dust, which, I do need to do. I need to sieve, but I was trying to avoid sieving for a little bit. Okay, well, that's okay. We got 1 for now. I'm not going to be concerned with getting ourselves another one until later. It's something I can work on my own time in between episodes. Mud bricks, what do you want to do with this? Do I need this for anything at all? No. Delete. Okay, good. Mud bricks, gone. Lava being made. Could have kept those bricks, I guess, and made that look nice, since I'm not going to be able to make those right now, but hey, is what it is. All right, so then our next goal, once we get our first bucket of lava, is going to be, oh, you give me a bone, is going to be to get ourselves our cobble gen. The cobble gen is pretty simple to make. It just requires some logs, bucket of lava, and a bucket of water. Does mean I need to get myself another bucket, so I'm going to have to sieve up. Oh, you know what? I have enough iron for another bucket, so we can go ahead and do that. So now we have 2 buckets, so we have the bucket of water available to us. So now I just need the bucket of lava, and we'll be able to get ourselves a cobble gen. And the cobble gen is great because it'll stop me from having to do the clickety thing over here, and I will just be able to auto-magically craft the things, okay? Outside of that, our next major goal was working our way up this way in order to get ourselves into like netherrack and soul sand and deep slate and all of that stuff and the blackstone. So we want to work on getting ourselves a witch water. This is used with lava, it makes blackstone. Witch water is our next goal. In order to make witch water, we need to get ourselves mycelium. In order to get mycelium, we need to sieve some dirt. So let's go ahead and do that. And hopefully we get lucky. I think it's like a 6% chance of getting the mycelium. So let's cross our fingers as I open up my inventory here. And we got... Does not look like we got mycelium. Melon seeds, grass seeds, pumpkin seeds, potato, sorceberry, some stone, some sweet berries. No mycelium. That's sorry. The silence there was me screaming in silence that we didn't get the mycelium that we need, because now that means I have to go do this very slow process of getting ourselves dirt. Granted, yes, I know we have dirt all around our island. Could I just break some of that dirt up if I wanted to? Absolutely. But I don't want to destroy our island just yet, at least. I mean, I already did somewhat, and look at where we're at now. But I did not get mycelium, and I need mycelium in order to make witch water, because my goal would be to get witch water so we can start working on getting some of these things, which we're going to ultimately need as we want to upgrade. We need deep slate or some sort of stone. We need iron, gold, diamond. Okay. We got half of that done. Does this give me mycelium? I was like, maybe I can just, do the thing and get the thing and get the thing. But no mycelium. Okay. Well, with that being said, our goal is to start working on upgrading ourselves. So my goal here is to get sieving, I guess. I need to start sieving up and get ourselves going. Our lava, we got our bucket, so we can at least go ahead and get the cobblestone portion of things taken care of. We can go ahead and feed in some more cobblestone. Perfect. And it'll start cooking up another thing of lava. That actually wasn't terribly too bad. But to make this, we need some glass. So let's get some sand. I do have a little bit of sand. I don't know why I'm making 8 when I have tiny charcoal, but hey, is what it is. We can go ahead and get that going. And then we just need some logs, and we will have our first cobble gen. Drawer. Is that a thing in this pack? Yes, we do have functional storage, which means we have access to drawers, which means we can go ahead and make ourselves a drawer. It's just going to require a chest. Oh, a chest can just turn into a drawer? Oh, I didn't even see that recipe there. Okay, that's pretty nice. Chest straight to drawer. Bada bing, bada boom. Good thing I accidentally misclicked there because it worked out in my favor. Grab that. Then we can go ahead and make ourselves our cobble gen tier 1. And there we go. Look at that. Automatic cobble ready to go. No complaints. Nothing complicated about it. Where do we want to keep this guy? He's going to feed to the top, correct? So if I put the drawer here, and then I put the cobble gen here, and then I put some cobble in there, it does the thing. Yeah, look at that. Bam. There we go. Cobble gen. Auto creating cobble. I don't like that extra hotbar thing. Options, controls. I think that's a quirk thing, right? Key of Z. That's my zoom button, not hotbar swapper from Quark. There we go. Now we got it. Okay, so we have cobble automatically being produced, which is great. And you know what? I flubbed that up. Let's not do that. Let's get rid of this drawer. Now I gotta do that. I can make a compacting drawer, right? What's a compacting drawer gonna cost? It can auto compact it for me. The simple compacting drawer requires 1 iron ingot, and it's also going to require a piston, which is 2 iron ingots. Okay, so I can't do that yet. All right, because, well, as y'all know, my iron is I am lacking in the iron department. I need some supplements and everything. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and I guess sieve up. We'll go ahead and compress down all of this cobble into, not that. Good thing I accidentally did that before. You can convert back if you do that sturdy cobblestone. We'll compress down into this, and we need iron. That's my goal to get, is iron. So we need to get gravel. That's where I'm at. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and then I'll just dump all of this in there, balance the grid, give me all of this. You too. Get all in there. Balance the grid. Get in there. 49 cobblestone. I'll turn all that into gravel, and then we will do the thing. So we go like that. Grab our wand. Make sure we eat first. Let's eat that. Scrambled eggs. Perfect. And then we eat. Bing. And look at all this gravel that we ended up getting. Nice. So then we can come on over here and we can do the thing. Just sit here and hold the button. The only thing I wish is that it would automatically swap, like put the gravel in my hand when I switch. But I guess I could set it all up on my hotbar, right? I could do this. That way I can just scroll wheel into it. Something like that works. Hopefully this will get us, it should get us plenty of iron. Like, we should have enough iron from this. We should get more bone meal, but at this point, I already clicked the button. And by clicking the button, I mean I clicked the automatic button that does all the work for me, so I don't have to do any of it. Dump everything into there, and what do we end up with? 49 iron chunks. Great. Those can convert down into 12 iron ore. I like it. How about copper? How are we looking on our copper? Do I have enough? 10. No, not yet. In the pack, there is the copper hammer. And the copper hammer allows you to double your ores. However, you need 2 blocks. But with this, when I break those raw ores, I actually get double the amount. So I would like to push towards that. So I need to get more copper. Currently have 10. Right now, there's nothing I can do to get it duplicated. I don't believe so. Is there a chance when you break these that you get more? I mean, I'd like to find out. I know with fortune that is the case, but is it just normally 1? Oh, I got 30? So copper, you get 3 for every one you break? Does that hold true for other? So there was 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 10 iron. Do I get 10 iron? 12. So I did get a chance of getting extra. Okay. I'm not going to complain about that. Excuse me. Because now we have enough copper to be able to make the hammer, which then allows us to double it guaranteed. So I'll take that. So we'll smelt those, and I'll be back when this is done. All right, copper ingots done. While I was waiting, I went ahead and did the thing with some more metals and stuff, so we should be good to go there. But with this, we can go ahead and make 2 blocks, and then we can get ourselves 2 sticks, and we can craft ourselves the copper ore hammer. Sorry, 3 sticks. Copper ore hammer, bam. And with this, now we can guarantee that we double all of our resources. So if I go ahead and do this thing, because apparently that's a thing, gets you extra. Okay, so now if I break all those, I should end up with a decent amount. And then if I do this, we'll end up with 2 dust per. So that's 128. And my hammer's gone. But hey, I ended up with 128 copper. I totally forgot to pay attention to the fact that that has durability on it. But I think there's other versions of the hammer as well. There's the copper hammer, then there's iron, then there's bronze, invar, platinum. So more durability as you go up, though copper seems to be, I mean, you get a lot of copper. Like, look at all that copper, 64 copper. So I'm not going to complain about that. So that still falls under unsmelted metals, but it's better than nothing, right? So yeah, with that, I think that's going to be the end of today's episode. Oh, we still have a little bit to smelt here, or to do there. Iron chunk, go in there. Anything else? Silver we can compress, osmium we can compress, tin, nickel, zinc. I don't know why I didn't do all this stuff before, but we can just go ahead and chunk them all down and then throw them into the inventory. There we go. Okay, so now we have a little bit more resources. In between episodes, I'm going to go ahead and smelt up. Let me go ahead and get that other, the compacting drawer really quick. Because with that, we'll be able to do the thing a little bit better. Let's grab planks. It saves me from having to do one of the steps. I don't have to compress it. It'll just compress for me. So I need some stone. That's andesite. And then I need a piston, which is going to be one of my redstone, which I only have 3. So it is actually asking a lot for me to grab that. But okay, so then we have piston. Then we have simple compacting drawer. And we can go ahead and swap this out. And if I swap out there, what'll happen, I think I have to actually kickstart this one, but now it'll start putting the compressed versions in there for me. So you can see I already have the 9 compressed. So I can pull the compressed version out versus pulling out the standard version. So what I'll do is I'll take this out here. I'll empty this. I'll use this to get all of the, you know what, I was going to say I can compress all of this. Why would I do that? I can just do this and put it all into there. Now I have 92 compressed, and then I have an extra drawer for any other things that we're going to need. And that's just a tier 1, by the way. Tier 1 Cobble Gen. As we go up in tiers, which you are going to very soon, they get much, much faster. Like that one's producing like 1 every tick or something like that, or every 20 ticks, it's producing 1. We can easily upgrade that to Cobble. We could even do that now. You know what? I guarantee that we probably have a bucket. Might as well, right? Before I end the episode. Let's grab that. No tool. Is this not going to work with stone pickaxe? Do I need to upgrade you? At this point, might as well. Just go ahead and make like a paxel or something. I still can't tell if it says no tool because isn't an iron pick the advancements in the way, but oh, okay. I guess it is no tool, but it just went faster. We need that water. But then we should be able to upgrade this, yes. Oh, I need some cobble. There we go. Upgrade done. Now we're at a tier 2. And we can even, I mean, I can easily get to a tier 3 at this point now too. Because now that's just iron. I just need to wait for the lava. Gold, we can get gold done. Diamond, like we're pretty good for finishing off this quest chain. So I think that's pretty good. Mycelium is the only major thing that we didn't get. So what I need to do is I'm going to continue sieving. I'm going to get us some dirt and hopefully get the mycelium. I'm going to continue upgrading our meshes up to probably at least gold tier. And then I'll upgrade that cobble gen in between episodes too, because as you saw, it's pretty easy. Like we have the capability of getting up to gold and iron at this point in time. I just need to actually do this portion of things and smelt it and get us there. So it's not terribly too difficult. So yeah, if you enjoyed today's episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. Tips, tricks, suggestions, all of that good stuff. I'm definitely open to it. If you're watching anybody else play and you see them do something cool, let me know. Maybe I can do it or do something different or find a different way that they did something cool. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.